Not briefing. Reading. Hello and welcome to the first quarterly update of 2022. Oh my gosh, we were waiting. Please make this year a little bit better. We should last quarterly update on the system optimizations and visual effects. Guys, last time we got the Paragon board. So funny, cool system kinda. That block and our previous updates are available if you missed out. So yeah, you can check it out. I am struck by how much the game has developed since our first blocks. It's difficult for these updates to showcase all the work our engineers, designers, artists, QA team and producers have done. How do you show a bug that doesn't happen anymore, or explain how the planning in a burned down chart resulted in a feature making it into the game instead of cutting out? Like, I mean, I know it's complicated. Plus they can't, like, you know, it's so funny, they can't show everything, they need to show something, they can show everything, oh my gosh! Oh! While you can see those things, you can see how systems like optimizations and skill trees have evolved. Incorporating your feedback and internal testing along the way. You can also see how much closer we're getting to our artistic and thematic targets of dark, low fantasy, gothic, horror. With everyone there will be with pets! And keep in mind, the image you will see today still represents a work in progress. Many artists need to work together to deliver Diablo 4 with the top tier visual quality we can be proud of and the promise of an immersive world you can wander through and enjoy. Getting lost in the seamless game you play is a composition of many layers of art and visualization, from lighting to environments to props and interactives. Today we have artists from many of these layers here to talk about their craft and everything that goes into building the world of Sanctuary. Guys, the creator is talking with us. New quarterly update, new quarterly update, new quarterly update. We hope you enjoy the update and look forward for your thoughts and reactions. To share this year, we're grateful to have you with us during this journey. Okay, this was the game director, Joe Shelley, the new game director. And now here we have Chris Ryder, the art director, Environments Diablo 4. The team has been hard at work and we're excited to take you behind the scenes on how we've developed the environments of Diablo 4. You will hear from our associate art director environments, Brian Fletcher, associate lighting director, again, associate lighting director. Do I understand correctly? Wow. Ben Hutchin, lead exterior environment artist. Hundreds of dungeons. Exterior environmental artist, lead process interactive artist. Okay, they will be sharing how they approach each of their distinct areas that ultimately come together to form the environment art of Diablo 4. Guys, I know that they're gonna be art, I know that they're gonna show art, but I really wanna see it, I don't wanna see it, you know? Hype is too much. We will be sharing at various states of progress. This is an excellent opportunity to showcase the amazing work our team creation and of Diablo. The environments of Diablo 4 cover a lot of territory and visual real estates of the game. 5 district regions and hundreds of dungeons that you will experience. It's where all of the monster slaying, loot gathering and exploration happening. Of course, none of this would be possible without the collective effort of talented designers, world builders, engineers, environment artists, lighting, not lightning, lighting. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't speak English. Lighting artist. Would be cool. There is a fire director, there is a lighting director, there is a magic damage director. No, we can't do like this. Так, okay, dark. Creating the environments of Diablo 4 through a darker and more grounded interpretation than earlier installments. The aim is for believability, not realism. Believability, I'm saying it correctly, comes through our use of materials and deliberate construction of architect and artifacts you'll come across as you play through dungeons and open world. In addition, regional weather conditions, varied local biomes, and the sense of history set the foundation of how an object or place should look visually in a medieval world like Sanctuary. All sanctuaries are full of history, struggle, and conflict, giving us many opportunities to depict a diverse world full of compelling locations in a dark, gothic, medieval setting. Even the wealthiest areas in Sanctuary are challenging to exist in. Leading into these characteristics adds to the richness of the world. It gives us a springboard to elaborate on the space visually, giving it a sense of identity we can lock onto and build around. No, this is the dungeon. This is some interior inside in development, pre-alpha in development content. The hazy worm of a tower welcomes you. Oh, I know what this is. A town set is an arid location, feels visibly patched, dust blowing. The color palette plays into warm, creating a conic region of the world of the Sanctuary. Act 2, guys, let's go. Diablo 4 art is built with modern techniques and utilized physically based lighting. As we handcraft location across the eastern continent, we are mindful of our approach to support combat, navigation, narrative intent, stylistic direction. Locations and Fangra using these pillars have been instrumental in keeping us consistent and aligned with the visual tone of Diablo 4. The Old Masters pillar gives us a lens to filter our art, though, considering the techniques classical painters like Rembrandt used. Wow. With their controlled use of detail, tonal range, and expert use of color palettes. The Return of Darkness pillar is a through line in everything from dungeons to lighting, and embodies the idea that Sanctuary is a dangerous and dark medieval gothic world. Additionally, we play to the iconic Diablo game camera, choosing where to add or remove detail to have the readability of the gameplay space. Hello, we're in the dungeon. Deep in a ruin lost in time, its treasures and mysterious are awaiting discovery. Zoltan Cool somewhere there. Yes, Zoltan, maybe. Bullshit. No, yeah, like, no. Zoltan Cool, not now. It's exciting and inspiring to see the daily progress and hard work the original art team are creating. Let's jump into more specifics. Okay. The world of Sanctuary, guys. I'm excited to talk about the open world of Diablo 4. We have 5 active zones to explore. Each region is fraught with dangers of its own kind, where you roam from coast to coast or high up into the glacial reeds. Looking through the Diablo 4 lens that Chris and I... Guys! One of the continent, one of the coasts. We saw this. Kinda. Oh, we jumped. Wow, we jumped over the river. This is the next level. Actually, wow. This is the next level! Quite realistic, should I say. Yeah, this is Barbarian. With a big, I assume it's axe or something like this. Fascinating. The environmental art team set out to tell the story of untamed wild shorelines and headlands. As you transition towards the shore from land to the coast, biome is first evidenced by the longer, more directional graces that react to the divine of shore winds. Quite realistic. Awesome. No, absolutely different style. Really sweet. Quite realistic. Yeah, they're trying to create medieval sanctuary, and it is quite nice. For us, that they feel woven deep into the fabric of the coastline. Dwellings with deep-rooted foundations skirts the cliff tops in a futile attempt to withstand the harsh elements. These structures are comprised of whatever materials the locals could lay their hands on and are in various forms of disrepair. Stone walls, salvaged wood, trashed for the roots. A place organized for the brave fishermen that what? Fishing plays a significant part of the daily life of those weary locals. Are we gonna be fishing or not? That idea and placed being centered around fishing. Are we gonna be gathering? Stone wall, salvaged wood, and something. We're gonna be gathering. Supporting as docks and slipway, it really helps set the stage for the interactive team to come in and layer on the culture kit. No, we're not going to be gathering. I have no idea. Maybe we're going to be gathering. Many of the props here are dynamic. The ships swaying in the ocean waves. The fishmonger's nets hanging to dry in the marketplace. Our main purpose here is to breathe life into the awesome architecture and terrain work. Our props and culture kits help provide that tangible real-world scale that the Diablo world represents. Okay, let's watch the monastery. Orbe Monastery. This is a sorceress. This is the sorceress. This is Mani. This is the monastery. I have, because it's like a desert, I have loot golem vibes insanely. Galein. Because the areas should be the same, kinda. Isn't it? Oh, money, 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 money. Guys, it's so realistic. It's so insanely realistic, actually. Yeah, no, supposed to be, yeah, logically speaking. I think Diablo 4 is 20 years after D3. There is a gap between D3 and Diablo 4, but I'm not sure how many years. But no, like the areas should be the same. Picture in the rural dry steppers. Так, so guys, in the rural dry steppes, while the Zakrum presence has diminished, the Obey Monastery carries evidence that places of worship for the Zakrum can still quietly function. Since the location here is the desiccated plains of the dry steppes, we aim to push the notion of dusty grasslands with sparse vegetation? Decision to aid dark rocks that complement the pale. No. Art team created the salt flats biome. Okay. Against the effort of the Zakrum workeepers and like many of the buildings in the sanctuary, the Way Monastery is a state of dilapidation. Guys, I need this, like, my gosh, like, if I will actually, I need to read it once, like, actually read it, with a dictionary. I will learn so many words. Visually communicates that was the place, the stages of ruin. Of ruin, yeah? No, like, I totally understand the meaning, the whole in total, but there are some words that are completely new for me. It's more distinct and refined. These structures are adorned with ornate details and often accompanied by elaborate statuary. Chas will elaborate more of the interesting relicts and be found on the Zakrum estate. Many followers of Zakrum come to pilgrimage in Arbey Monastery. Caravans along the road reinforce this idea, making these wagons explode in is always a fun time. As you can see, much of the storage and keepsakes of the Zakrum has been laid to waste. You can peek through the ruins and abandoned monastery because there is still treasures to find outside the monastery into the region. Many of the natural hunters tempt with. Так, okay. I will not pronounce it, I will not even try. Night. This is again barbarian. Hello, the darkness. Which city this is? Which region, which city this is? It seems like it's cold. It's snowing. Ruins of Sacheron, hello somewhere there. Act 5 Barbarians. Wow, it's so freaking realistic. You are in some movie. Here was hot. The barbarians, some barbarian territory. Derive from the idea that this medieval settlement feel oppressive, rigid and harsh. However, we still need to convey that this is a place of a refugee afforded to those who reside on the boundaries. Militaristic settlements, so it's important. Straight off the bat, we believe Upon entering the town, you see the architecture typical for fractured peaks, making use of the wood from the many forests in the region. Structures here are clad with natural pine boards and birch sniggles. Of the southern end, which contains the simplest of shelters, some clinging of the town walls, overlooking the glacial flow beneath. Has many districts, with each one set dressed in unique culture kits. Here we have the slum where the downtrodden seek shelter from the extreme elements. We support this idea, but later in details of red cloth, broken shelters, and general unhappiness. Can you believe this is an example of high-end living in Sanctuary? Yeah! We can see the use of fog, soft shadows. Yeah. Okay guys, Dungeons of the Sanctuary. Dungeons are still that randomized content that you know and love from previous Diablo titles. However, we added new and exciting features that allow us to make even more dungeons across the world of Sanctuary than ever before. In order to support over 150 plus dungeons, we've had to shift the way we make environments art so that it's flexible enough to be used in multiple locations and not just in a single dungeon. We break it all down into what we call tile sets. We would like to share with you a handful of our tile sets and a few ways we can mix and match them with props, interactives, and lighting to create dungeons that are varied, handcrafted, and yet procedurally created. It takes a lot of hard work from many teams to make a dungeon, and we're proud to show you forgotten places in the world. Wow. Here we are in the dungeon. Money. Do you hear money? Money. The different sound. It's so weird, kinda, because they're showing it without the monsters. Clearly, when you will be playing it, it will be like monster, 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 monster. So you won't be able to see the everything. Enjoy the views. I see nothing. It's so dark. It's so dark. I see nothing. What should we see? There is like, it's so dark. Oh, money. Okay. Is an example of how we have returned to darkness, but the whole kind, it's not a dungeon, it's so like, it's a really big space. It's a dungeon with a big space, I don't know. We want to take you deep underground to the darkest recesses of Sanctuary, where a mysterious and gross corruption has taken root. This ancient temple is a great place to push some primal horror vibe. The fixed camera is one of our best tools, since it allows us to place assets in the foreground without blocking the playable space, because we always know where you are looking. We can deal in and customize the layouts, vistas, and foreground elements to make sure there is a good composition. The spider legs are placed in specific locations for their twitching in the background. There are spider legs in the background. The mystic and horror settings Brian described. Here we can really see our embrace of Diablo's core appeal of the return to darkness. Our aim is to subtly lead you through the dungeon with revealing fantastically grotesque forms. In dungeons like this, we focus a lot on silhouetting the player space and giving the scene a sense of scale and depth. This helps navigation and visibility, but also show the caves. Oh, this is Druid. This is Druid, by the way. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Here we are, guys. It's a horror movie, and right now it should be. And from the corner, can they also hide the monsters? So the way that the monster is jumping on you from somewhere, and everything will be perfect. It's a druid with a crown. No, it's not a crown, it's like a tree crown, something like this. With a crown, it's helm. Most likely. Probably it's a waypoint, maybe. Maybe I'm crazy. Incredibly large, numerous unique tile sets. Yeah, this is a different dungeon, so this is the dungeon. Variety to cover 150 plus dungeons. These assets were made by several teams. This is a great example of many groups coming together to contribute to the final environment. Okay, this is the next one. This is the sorceress, guys. This is my internet, it's all fine. I don't know, D3 vibes. Here, D3 vibes. We were in a... This is so weird. Wait, we were in a... It was a room. It was a normal room. Now we're somewhere underground. Fascinating. Yeah, it's a room. Yeah, so you entered the room. Well, fine. You entered the room. You went underground. You oh, logical. What's the question? Holy heck. Features such as seamless flow or transitions. Yeah, different teams came together to bring the final result. So you were in one room. Boom, you are underground somewhere, God knows where, in the ruins. Tile set transition scenes. These are scenes that allow us to connect two different tile sets together in the same dungeon. Imagine running through a crypt only to find a hole in the wall that seamlessly leads you deeper into a vast underground cave network. You were in a room, you were in a normal, adequate room. With fire. With lightning. This is, I'm not sure. Should it open like this? But okay, who am I? Boom. We are jumping there. We are just jumping out. Metro Cookie, hi. Fascinating. All that keeping the randomized layouts that change with each dungeon run. in this final video, we show 2 tile sets joined together by a tile set transition scene. The first floor of this ruined keep remains dry and fairly intact, but as you journey deeper into the dungeon, you will discover that the lower levels have decayed from the endless flood waters pouring in. I think I like it. I also think I like it. Like, turn off all the lights in the building, better not only in your house, but better in the whole building. Close the windows and sit and play. To move... No. I love this dungeon. It was one of the first where we dealt in the style of props interactive in Diablo 4. On the surface, we have the defined Gothic medieval style fans love, biked suits of armored iron chandeliers. To merge 2 distinct visual styles, here we see the dark, foreboding hallways of the keep lit down into the area towards the depths. What? I think this will be the area of... this can be a PvP area. I think I saw this one from earlier. Darkness awaits you. Sanctuary is whole, and we fucked up our home. Oh, this is where druids are partying 100%. This is a loot galem somewhere around. This is loot galem 100%. I don't see other options. It's so real. It's a medieval village. It's a medieval city. Oh, this isn't Ludka, this is the palace. A prison, of course. Palace, sorry. Someone is alive there? Ah, spider legs, spider legs. That's what I meant. Spider legs are coming out from everywhere. It's gonna be so freakingly creepy, guys. It's gonna be super creepy. A quick overview of how we approach the environments out of Diablo 4. We love creating the stage for all the action while still delivering subtle visual cues that make Diablo games so iconic. Lastly, it's not too often that we get to share and appreciate the incredible work of our teammates and the progress of Diablo 4. We're glad you stopped by for a look and hope you're excited by what you see. Thank you for joining us and keep an eye out for a upcoming vlog update next quarter. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so beautiful. This is... they are going in a fully Diablo spirit. That's for sure. ultimate Diablo spirit. Really dark, really, guys, after the events in Diablo 3, like the pretty much most of humans, I don't know, most of the people who lived in the sanctuary, they died, they were killed, and that's why kinda a lot of places supposed to be abandoned, I assume. That's the idea also, like a lot of places will be abandoned. Not like they will not be so empty. It's right now. It's just the environmental. They're showing us right now the environments. They're not showing us any monsters basically. But anyway, oh, but wait, monsters. Wait for us. But anyway, they're not showing that much monsters or anyone around. Maybe it's people who lives there. God knows. Maybe it's mutants. It's okay. What do you think? Wood grass affects the wood, just wood, let it look so how it should be. Little grey for me personally. Like, you know, maybe they went full grey. Maybe they went too realistic. Looks really, really realistic. I don't know. On the other hand, you will be at the same time there. Sparkling, sparkling, my skills, sparkling. Here they're all like, yeah, it's only the basic attack the character is using, that's it. Only the fire a little bit she's shooting. Not hitting things with her wand, I even don't know. Banana. So guys, give